During a memorial for our grandparents, my family announced they legally rewrote their wills to disinherit me and pretend I was never part of the lineage. The funeral home was packed. Everyone loved Grandpa Joe. That's when my Uncle Mike stood up during the service. "Before we continue," he announced, "we need to address something. Danny here isn't actually family." Every head turned to stare at me. My own mother nodded along. "We found adoption papers. He was never legally adopted, so he has no claim to anything. We're removing him from all family documents." I sat there, stunned. 26 years old and finding out I'm not really a grandson, nephew, or brother. The thing is, this didn't come out of nowhere. It started 6 months ago when Grandpa Joe mentioned leaving me his workshop tools. My cousin Brett overheard and lost his mind. "Why would Danny get anything?" Brett had snapped. "He's not even blood." That's when the whispers started. Family dinners became awkward. My aunt would make comments about real family versus charity cases. My own siblings started treating me differently. My mother, who raised me since I was 2, suddenly became distant. She'd avoid eye contact when people asked about my adoption story. I thought she was just processing grief differently. But then came the family meeting 3 weeks before Grandpa's death. They gathered at Uncle Mike's house. I wasn't invited, but my younger brother Alex told me what happened. "They're saying you were never officially adopted," Alex said, looking uncomfortable. "That Grandpa Joe was just being nice all these years, but legally, you have no rights." "That's insane," I said. "Mom and Dad raised me. Grandpa treated me like every other grandkid." Alex shrugged. "Mike found some old paperwork. Says the adoption was never finalized. You were just placed with the family temporarily." The next few weeks were torture. Family members started acting weird around me. My cousin Sarah, who I'd been close with my whole life, stopped responding to texts. My aunt would change the subject whenever I joined conversations. At Grandpa's bedside during his final days, I noticed how they'd all cluster around his bed when I wasn't there. The moment I'd walk in, conversations would stop. They'd make excuses to leave. "They're planning something," I told my girlfriend Jessica. "I can feel it." "Maybe you're being paranoid," she said. "They're just dealing with grief." But I wasn't paranoid. The day before Grandpa died, I overheard Uncle Mike on the phone in the hospital hallway. "Once the old man's gone, we'll make it official," he was saying. "Danny's not entitled to anything. Never was. We've been too nice for too long." My stomach dropped. 24 years of birthday parties, Christmas mornings, family vacations, and they were calling it being too nice. The funeral planning was even worse. They assigned